The 2024 gold rush had a secret. We were all looking at the software, while the physical world was quietly running out of juice. Welcome to 2026. The year hit the predictability wall. We've transitioned from chatbots that talk to agentic AI that executes, but every action has a price. It's called the energy tax. Right now, massive data centers are competing with entire cities for electricity, and the grid is losing. If you think your tech stocks are safe, you aren't looking at the power lines. In 2024, you asked a chatbot for a recipe. In 2026, your agent negotiates your mortgage, manages your supply chain, and runs your business 24/7. This shift from generative to agentic multiplied the compute demand by 10. Agents don't just sleep when you close the tab. They are always on workers. This constant state of execution has created a baseline power demand that the world's utilities never planned for. The result, a decoupling of the digital and physical economy. Geopolitics just made the problem worse. The 2026 shock in Venezuela didn't just rattle oil markets. It exposed the fragility of the energy-heavy AI clusters in North America and Europe. When energy costs spike, the margins of AI-native companies vanish. We are seeing a new form of energy inflation, where the cost of compute is now tied directly to the price of a barrel of oil and the stability of the grid. To understand where the AI energy tax is going, look at Bitcoin. For years, miners were criticized for their power use. But they did something brilliant. They went off-grid. In 2026, AI is following the same path. We are seeing the birth of sovereign compute hubs, facilities that own their own power sources. If an AI company doesn't own its energy, it doesn't own its future. This is why the biggest tech giants are suddenly becoming energy utility companies. The buzzword for 2026 is SMR, Small Modular Reactors. These aren't the giant nuclear plants of the past. They are factory-built, compact, and designed to sit right next to a data center. Companies like Rolls-Royce and Nuscale no longer just industrial plays. They are the backbone of the AI Super-Cycle. The energy tax is being solved by tech giants, bypassing the public grid entirely, to build their own nuclear-powered digital fortresses. We are entering a gated economy. In this era, access to intelligence is limited by access to electricity. High-tier AI agents will be reserved for those who can pay the energy tax. For everyone else, latency becomes the new poverty. If your business relies on slow, public grid AI, while your competitor is running on a dedicated nuclear-powered agentic stack, the gap in efficiency will become unbridgeable in months. So, how do you invest in a world of energy taxes? You look at the physical layer. In 2026, the real winners aren't just the model builders. They are the copper miners, the grid transformers, and the SMR pioneers. This is a commodity super-cycle disguised as a tech boom. Smart capital is flowing into hard assets that support digital intelligence. If it conducts electricity or generates heat, it's a 2026 play. The irony is that agentic AI actually the solution to its own energy problem. AI agents are currently being deployed to optimize the very grids they are straining. We call this the grid brain. By predicting surges and rerouting power in milliseconds, agents are squeezing 20% more efficiency out of 50-year-old infrastructure. This is the only thing keeping the lights on in 2026. What does this mean for you? Personal sovereignty in 2026 means owning your compute power. Just as people bought generators in the 20th century, the elite are now buying local compute and home power. Running your own private agents on local hardware powered by independent energy is the ultimate 2026 status symbol and security measure. Looking toward 2030, the energy tax will either stabilize or break the internet. If SMR deployment stays on track, we will see a post-scarcity energy world. If it fails, the internet will fracture into high energy and low energy zones. The next 4 years are the great rebalancing. Where you stand on the grid determines where you stand in the economy. To protect your wealth, you need a sovereign shield. This is a portfolio balanced between high-growth agentic tech and the unkillable hard assets of the energy sector. Don't just bet on the brain. Bet on the heart that pumps the blood. In 2026, that heart is energy. If you are only holding software, you are exposed to the tax. If you hold the grid, you are the tax. The Agentic AI Super-Cycle is here. It is the most powerful tool ever created, but it's a hungry one. The energy tax is the filter that will separate the winners from the losers in this decade. Stay curious, stay sovereign, and most importantly, stay powered. If you found this deep dive valuable, hit the subscribe button. We are documenting the super-cycle in real time. Click the next video to see how to build your 2026 sovereign shield.